Hello YouTube, it's me Justin, February 17th. I know this is getting played out, but this is definitely a serious topic. The far left with their gun control and using this mass shooting in Florida as basically political gain to enforce their attack on our Second Amendment rights. I'm going to show a few clips of law-abiding citizens that were armed that actually are alive today to tell their story because they had protection, they had concealed weapons permits, they were law-abiding citizens. Now the people that you see coming in to attack these people are not law-abiding citizens. 99% of them are convicted felons, meaning they are not allowed to own or possess handguns. So they did not get it legally. So gun control laws do not work. As far as I'm concerned, that is a far left, libetard, ignorant ideology. And as you'll see in the video, you'll see politicians, the ones that are fighting to do away with the Second Amendment. See how many security guards they have. They may not have guns on their side or their holster, but they're packing heat, that's for sure. So they always want to be surrounded with security, but they want to do away with Americans' Second Amendment right. Who makes them better than we are? Just because they took an oath, or they're raised with a silver spoon in their mouth, or they basically, like I said, gave an oath to the Constitution or whatever, falsely. What makes their life more valuable than our life? That's the question we all have to ask ourselves. So, anyways, gun laws do not work. Stricter gun laws just takes guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands, and the criminals will always have access to guns. Always will, always have. So, anyways, check these out. Now, what would have happened if that man wasn't armed? Probably be dead right now. Now, do you think those guys have concealed weapons permits, the ones that are pistol whipping the store clerk? Would gun laws have kept them from getting guns? Now, there you go. Concealed weapons holder, law-abiding citizen, fighting back, protecting his life. There they go, running like cowards. Man wielding a knife. Big gun.
Suspect hobbling around the store, firing shots at Seth and his family. This Texas shootout went on for 5 minutes, but Abago Bosch didn't back down. Seth shoots him again until he finally falls to the ground. That's when Seth disarms him, who then crawls to the front of the store before finally surrendering.
Now, in that video, that man had a 12-gauge shotgun and was shooting up the place. And if it was not for those people and that man with a gun to protect his family, they'd all be dead. And there you go. Did gun laws prevent that would-be robber who's now deceased? Would stricter gun laws have kept him from getting that probably stolen gun? Absolutely not. Gun laws, stricter gun laws do not work. They just take guns away from law-abiding citizens so we cannot protect ourselves.
For two suspects in a violent home invasion, they are worried that these men may strike again.
Three bold criminal suspects caught on tape, allegedly terrorizing an Arizona family in a horrific home invasion. This video recorded by the homeowner's surveillance camera is graphic. It shows two men approaching a Tucson home. According to police, they offered first to do some yard work. Then suddenly one man grabs the homeowner and grips him in a chokehold. The second man begins beating him. Two other people come out of the home and are immediately forced back inside at gunpoint. One man drags the homeowner into the house, holding a gun to his head. A third perpetrator enters darting through the front door. Pima County police were able to identify and arrest this man, Dominic
On 11, a couple killed with their 5 children close by. Tonight, we're taking you inside the Bradenton home where it happened for new clues about why they were targeted. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jameson Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. The search on right now for 3 armed men seen in this surveillance video barging through the front door.
I was one of only a few journalists allowed inside that home just hours ago, and what I saw was gut-wrenching. ABC Action News reporter Clifton French was alongside with me. He's live tonight in Bradenton with a traumatic scene 5 children will no doubt never forget. Clifton?
So those are just a couple clips of people that are law-abiding citizens protecting their lives. And you see the ones that, one scene where the security camera picked up the gentleman, I wouldn't call them gentlemen, but the thieves, robbers coming in and did the home invasion. They were loaded to the max, so to speak. And if you notice, a male comes out of the house. Now, if that man would have been armed or had a gun nearby, I'm sure that would have ended very quickly. You pop off a few rounds. Most of those guys are cowards and run. But no, they weren't armed. So what happened? They were taken inside. The other clip, you see just the story headline of the home invasion where the 2 parents were killed in front of their children. But the far left, they continue to talk about more gun control and taking the guns away from citizens, law-abiding citizens. No matter what, the criminals will always get their hands on guns. Do you think a criminal is going to go to Walmart to buy a gun and it says, "Are you a convicted felon?" and say, "Damn it, I was going to buy this gun and go rob somebody, but I'm a convicted felon. I'm going to follow that gun law, and I'm not going to get this gun." Horse shit. Anyways, the far left, Hillary. Let's see how good of, or how much security she has surrounding her.
Keeps her safe as she travels from place to place and country to country. Jim Axelrod got a rare inside look.
With New York City on high alert, the most highly protected woman in town is Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
I know, my friend. How are you?
For the State Department's Bureau of Diplomatic Security, this week is a carefully coordinated dance, a year in the planning, involving dogs, machine guns, armored vehicles, and 80 agents.
Copy. Take a next right. Entering chute.
Bill Embry directs the Secretary's motorcade and took us inside the security bubble. What kind of things are you hearing in your ear?
Listening to any cars that might be approaching us from every angle, vehicles, pedestrians, bicycles, anything strange going down the road.
You don't feel any more comfortable or safer operating in Midtown Manhattan than you do in some third world country?
Not really. No matter where I'm at, I'm always worried about the safety and security of Secretary Clinton.
Secretary Clinton and her motorcade are on the move right now to the United Nations for discussions about nuclear security. There are more than 40 high-level diplomats under the protection of the State Department this week. Secretary Clinton doesn't move without you, correct?
That's correct. I go everywhere she goes.
Kurt Olson is in charge of the Secretary's security detail, protecting Mrs. Clinton from the threat of terrorism.
Now, do you see the sheer hypocrisy in that? Can you imagine? That's why they don't care, the politicians, about people owning guns and having the right, this Second Amendment right to protect themselves, because they are loaded to the max. They have such security. That is ungodly amount of security. But they don't care about the American people. That's what I try to tell people. Oh, yes, Hillary cares about the women. She cares about the children, blah, 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 blah. She don't give 2 shits. Pardon my French, but anyways, the far left, y'all are extremely delusional. Stricter gun laws do not work. Once again, look at Chicago. It was last year the murder capital of the world. Some of the strictest gun laws in all the shootings. Like I said, did those people doing the shootings, did they abide by stricter gun laws? Of course not. So anyways, gun laws do not work. The Second Amendment need not be touched. So anyways, I just want to do a quick video on this, and actually have my daughter helping me out from Florida. Gonna try to do some new editing, see how it works out. But getting back to the hypocrisy from the far left, I'm just sick and tired of hearing about it. That they're gonna exploit this tragedy to take away, or try to take away, innocent people's right to bear arms and protect their family. They don't care. You see the type of security that they have. So what do they give? They don't give two shits. They just want the taxpayer dollars, and they want the votes. They are the elite, the globalist, the New World Order agenda freaks. Anyways, to everybody out there, hopefully tomorrow Freddie and I are going to do this video. It's for some reason our schedules keep clashing, but it's coming up. It's going to be a good one. So fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and stay locked and loaded 100%. Later.